Hi, Doug Bird from Doug Bird Tackle World here with Stuart Grice. How you going, Stuart?
Very well, Dougie. How are you, mate?
Mate, unbelievable fishing report. I've got to get this in, Stu, before you head off to the Swains tomorrow morning.
Yep, that's it.
Very jealous. Very jealous.
Many fish, hopefully, but we've got a cyclone, Dougie, so it's going to be a little bit windy for the first couple of days.
You're going to have a rough trip out, Stuart, but once you get there, it's going to glass out, the fish are going to be on the bite.
Oh, you're just setting the scene, mate.
I'm going to be working away, and think about me, please.
I will probably be thinking not much about you, but that's okay, because did you think about me when you were there at the start of the year, mate, Japan start of the year, many other holidays during the year, but that's okay, because he's a boss and he can apparently do it.
Oh, we're going to talk about fishing report right now.
Next.
For this weekend. This weekend, we're talking about the 27th, on Fridays, 27th, 28th, 29th is Saturday, Sunday of October 2023. Stewie, it's blowing 35 knots.
It
about
is.
to.
Yeah, and we're about to get mega swell.
Yeah, okay.
It's all happening.
It's all happening.
Yeah.
So this weekend, we're not going to talk much about offshore because it looks a bit crappy, guys. And there is only a break next Monday morning for about, supposedly for about 4 or 5 hours. It drops back to about 8 to 12 knots.
Yep.
I dare think the swell will be still pretty big, Stu.
Yeah, look, you get heaps of residual swell and residual chop after those big blows, Dougie.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
it's probably a very
Messy.
good weekend to just get your gear ready.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. But if you do happen to get out the Monday morning, the swell's not too bad, and there is that break of the window,
Yep.
I would either do two things. If the weather's good enough, zip out real quick to the fads and just smash the dolphin fish, because that's this big southerly blow.
They'll be hungry as.
I also think that not only the local ones that pull up on the fad, but I think the big ones that travel around out in the middle of the wilderness out there
Yep.
will be turning up.
They're
Maybe.
about due.
They're about due.
Yep.
And in saying that, we just got
These were due. Now they are here.
We've got about 1 trillion Pakula lures in. So, yeah, all different shapes, sizes, colours, whatever. And with this crappy weather this weekend, it's a weekend to rig up your rigs.
It is.
Yeah.
So, Dougie, we sell the hook rigs already done. So if you
We
just
do,
want
yeah.
to crimp leader on at home, that's fine.
Oh, we'll do it for you.
We'll rig it in shop.
Yeah, we'll rig it in the shop. So we do the 30 cents the lures. Rig price is what it is. It's pretty cheap. And we don't charge you to rig it. And we'll actually rig it for you.
Yeah.
And we'll do it on UV leader as well, which is really good stuff.
Good leader.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yep.
So if you get bored this weekend, that's something to do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, getting back to Monday, there's that weather break. Do that. Or I go chase some snapper. Now, Stu, have you seen the new colours in Gulp that have been
Mate, they
displayed?
look so good.
Mate, you can show these flash colours to the punters out there. Like those three are just like
These are good.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Try to hold them all
And
at once.
the snapper is going to go crazy on these folks. It's a hard one though to hold up.
Yeah. So my favourite is probably that bottom one, actually, the green one. I reckon that's going to smack it, Dougie. But
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go probably
Yeah.
the purple or the blue. And there's those three colours. So I've got 6 new colours in the Gulps, guys, and they're available in some of the jerk shads and some of the minnows.
and jigging grubs.
And jigging grubs, and
Like
also
6-inch curltail.
nemesis as well.
Yep.
Yeah, quite a few range.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I reckon I'll kick butt. Definitely on the snapper.
Definitely,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so snapper in close, we're getting back to the fish report again. Snapper in close, I'll be definitely trying the 24s. There's got to be some big ones after that blow.
Yeah, like
or
around
even on the
diamond.
18s maybe,
Yeah.
inside the diamond.
Yeah.
And there's been plenty of like other fish like parrot. There's a few cobra been around as well.
Yeah.
Live baits if you can get them. And yeah, that's probably about it. Maybe like dewy
Yeah.
and whatever. But you've only got that little window in the morning, so I wouldn't go out. We got running tide in the morning. It's high tide I think on Monday about 10 o'clock.
Around about, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go too early, you might be just after the bottom of the tide, but we'll be running in. But just please be careful of that swell on the bottom.
Yeah, I'd probably wait until there's a little bit of light after that big blow, just to
Definitely,
cop a
100%.
bit of a
100%.
perspective before you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, snapper and dolphin fish if the weather allows you to get out that far in that time period. Other than that, you got to wait till probably, I looked at the long range, Saturday next week looks not too bad.
Yep.
10 knots. So, but it always changes.
It does.
So I would definitely be doing snapper, definitely doing dolphin fish. Definitely doing, maybe start trolling fish skirts around, the water's up around about 24 after this big blow, I'd say.
Yeah.
It'll push all the warm water in. And dolphin fish, of course, and maybe spanner crabs have been actually not too bad in close. The spanner's on 50 metres there, down off Q1 area. And Stu, when we were at the dolphin fish, this is another thing too. We talked about this last week, but those things on the dolphin fish, those and those.
They work good, mate.
The prawns.
Yep.
Prawns and the Let's throw it that way. S-Tackle slam bait. So we got a deal on these two, guys. So every $50 spend you do on the S-Tackle, after the discount, that is, $50 net, we will throw in a $30 frag mat with a little end on it so you can push the nose of the fish up against it. Like so. So it's a pretty good deal.
It is.
Yeah.
It works out cheap, mate.
Very cheap.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is something we're running for a little while. We've only got, I think, about 20 mats, so once they're gone, they're gone. That's one thing. Other than that, offshore, guys, we can't do much because the weather's crap, so you can't really do much. You've got to ride it out till next weekend. Yeah. So let's go inshore.
Inshore.
So flatties, Stu. We fished a comp last weekend after we spoke to you guys. Yeah. We fished the Wilson Elite Grand Final. We end up coming fifth overall.
Yeah.
And it was quite hard. We started off really good, just couldn't get a good fish at the end of the day, but that's the way it is.
We caught fish all day.
We caught fish all day. We got lots of fish.
Ones.
Probably caught 30 or 40.
Yeah.
We caught lots of 50s and 40s, but we just couldn't get we need to get above 60, 60 to 70 or 80.
Yeah.
Next day I went out after the flathead comp and I got an 86 third cast. That just happens that way. But anyhow, Stewie, so talking about flathead. Now, there's a lot of things that catch flathead. Now, besides those S-Tackle ones too, by the way, and actually I caught my, the 86 on the next side. There's a 4-inch version of that which got downstairs, and that was actually the gun. And I used that, I never took that off my line in the flathead comp, if you remember.
Yeah.
Stu, something new's just arrived. I can give you a special little one here.
Thanks, mate.
Folks, we've been waiting on these for the last, 2 months. And they're back. They are back. The two terrorists.
These are probably the two most popular colours and the two best fish catching colours, I reckon.
Yeah, we've used them both.
I've caught a lot on that colour. Yeah.
And finally they're back in stock. So the Cross City Imposter.
Yep.
You might have saw the video of them actually catching yabbies and getting rid of the those dummy yabbies and keeping the real yabbies, which are those, and put them back in the packet. But they are really good, folks. Awesome action, super soft, and really, really good.
Yeah.
Now, it's been a week of getting new stuff in, and for flatties, we've got something else in, Stuart. Because the flatties are on, guys. Okay, they're still on. Stewie,
little squid tracks.
We have been waiting for these, again, for 2 or 3 months.
For a fair while. But like, not only flatties, Dougie. Like, you'd catch wide on them, brim, bit of everything, mate.
You can show your baby ones first, and I'll show the bigger ones, a bit like our fish sizes. Okay, so there's a 55, 65, 75 and 85 grammer.
They're going to smash it. No,
millimetres.
millimetres.
No, they are.
Not a grammer.
Oh, millimetres. Sorry, I do apologise.
Yeah, 55 grams. Heavy, mate.
As I get older, I sort of get a bit like that. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I was thinking fish size. Weight, that is. Weight. So, those cast around the sandbanks and the weed patches, you just know they're going to eat by a big flatty.
100%,
100%, yeah.
Yep.
And definitely on snapper as well, and many other species as well. I've used them in the freshwater as well for bass and stuff like
definitely,
that.
Yeah, they've got assist hooks on the back, so they're really small hooks, but they're sharp as, and they're strong. So anything that you catch, mate, is going to definitely get stuck. Yeah.
Good. And a range of colours. So we've pretty got all the colours in all the sizes.
Yep.
I think there might be a couple that may be missing, but most of them are there. Yep. Big box downstairs. Haven't put them out yet. We'll get them out tomorrow. Yep. So the flatties have been really good. So up around the jump in area, obviously Kalinga Bank, Crusoe Island. There's been a few of the deep out towards the mouth, but with that big swell, I probably wouldn't go there at the moment.
No, I probably wouldn't. No. Yeah.
So, and try around Tippler's Channel's been really good as well.
Yep.
Around the islands there, Tippler's. And Pandanus Island, we've got a few fish there too, Stu.
We've got a couple there, yeah.
Not too bad. So, Stu, you've been casting these. You cast those all day long.
I just cast hard bodies now. I'm just playing a hard body game, mate.
Yeah, you are.
But, look, it works. Don't try to change it. But the nodes, they've been going really good. They're a really good lure for that, like that sub 1.5 metre water. Doesn't matter if it's weedy because they don't dive too deep, so they're not going to pummel the bottom and pick up all that weed. You can kind of fish them over the top. So
Stu's, we'll cast them in 400 mil to about probably 2 metres, nearly 1.5 metres.
Yeah.
So that's a sort of range you can use with that lure. Now, Stu, the other day we were up in the jump-in area and same in the broadwater. So many tail.
So many, mate.
Drove us crazy.
So many. Tailor a cast if you want it.
If you want it.
This was the time that we didn't want it.
Now, we've just got these in again. This is a sinking popper, which are Japanese. They are very, very good quality. And I reckon if we threw those out the other day, you'd just be annihilated.
100%, you smack it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any bait
So-
school, like any feeding fish on a bait school, those things are dynamite.
So they just come in as well.
Yep.
And with those, we've got a heap of jackalers, and the jacks have been on too. There's been a couple up around sort of Calypso Bay area.
Yeah, so
And Jaggers Well, Logan River.
Yeah.
And obviously down this way towards the end of the Gold Coast have been really good.
Yep.
But generally speaking, we're casting deep divers or trolling deep divers or casting soft plastics. But in this case, we're going to be doing deep divers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're the Lucky Strikes, Jude.
Lucky Craft.
Lucky Craft, same
Yep.
thing. Not quite.
Lucky Craft pointers. They're like a tried and proven, Dougie. They've
Yeah,
got
they
really
are.
good hooks on them.
Mate.
Run them straight out the packet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these have been around for forever and work really well. That's the 78 and this is the 90. That's 100, sorry, 100 mil. So
Yeah.
both are really good for jacks and as I said, proven over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so give the jacks a go for and jump in there as well. Look, there's been a few whiteys on Clinker Bank still. A
Still,
guy
yeah.
asked today, can you catch them at night time there? Look, I've fished heaps of daytime there for them, but not night. But you probably get them there at night time, I
I
dare
reckon
say.
you probably would, yeah.
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 So as long as the current's not too strong, but you're fishing sort of up the halfway along Clinker Bank and back around the back side of it in that little drain. So that's the area that you'll catch some. But I think at night time you get a lot of bycatcher bream and stuff.
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. So we'll come back down to Broadwater in town, Stu.
Yep.
Now, first thing, well, we'll keep on the jacks first. So jacks around the canals, Runaway Bay's been really good, Perilous Point's been really good. Benalla Waters in that area, Stu, have you heard much of that?
Yeah,
way
heard
at
a
all?
bit up the Nerang
Yeah.
as well, yep. The thing is, like, we've had no rain. Jacks really like salinity. So the best jack year that we ever had was probably about 3 years ago that we never had rain?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
similar. It was 4 years ago. It was
Yeah.
El Nino effect,
Yeah.
which is what it is this year. So.
And they just bit their heads off. And they were right up the back blocks, like up the back of canals and stuff like that. And last year we had a little bit of rain, but not heaps. And it was kind of similar, but this year they're going to be on.
They're already catching them.
They're already catching them, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was out this morning in the Broadwater, and the water temp has dropped in the Broadwater. But there's suddenly will push it back in again. But it went from 24 2 days ago to 21 today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, some more deep divers. We've got Mollucks, we've got Bass Day.
Yeah.
Stu's got some divers
Yeah,
there as
diver
well.
current
These are all
masters.
Japanese lures. And for catching jacks, this is the sort of stuff you need, guys. So deep divers, they're all between about 75 and 100 mil, roughly speaking.
And the other thing that's very important is rattle, noise. You need to annoy them. Yeah, they're a very aggressive fish, but they're loud.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. So here's the jacks around, guys. So just got to try the back blocks. This weekend, it will be high tide around about, up the river there, probably around about 10. So it's actually a late afternoon or very early morning low tide, which is perfect. Yeah, really good. Yeah, so give it a crack.
Yeah.
Yep. Stu, other thing that's happening at the moment, we talked about those Cross City ones. Did we show the pictures? Did we show them? We did show them, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Very good. Okay, so I went out and got a heap of sand crabs, guys. There's so many sand crabs, and all I use is a basic orange pot, just like that, and 4 entrances, and they're the cheapest pots available. I think we do them 4 for about $79 or something.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dougie, they're I know they're a basic pot, but they're actually really good mesh.
Good mesh.
Yeah, so thick mesh, not like a really cheap home brand type crab
And
pot.
I also have $100 pots. And I can tell you, I catch as many crabs in both.
Yeah.
It's no different.
Yeah.
It's more different if I put it in the wrong spot. But as it's side by side, which I never do, it's always 100 metres apart, but at least. But I get the same amount of crabs.
Yeah.
So I'd rather you lose one of those. Actually, I lost one last night. But I'd rather lose a $17 or $20 pot over there than to lose a $100 pot. But anyhow, but we have the $100 pots here too, guys, if you want to get the nice pot.
Yeah.
But heaps of sand crabs around. They are huge, Stuart. I mean, like they are.
they're big crabs.
Every crab's like about, I don't know, I'm guessing around about probably from, if you measure the old tip to tip measurement, they're probably around about 18 centimetres across or 19.
Yeah.
And they're that wide from claw to claw sort of thing. They're huge. And I'm getting coral crabs and I'm getting hairy crabs as well, and big ones. So I don't know where they've all come from because I crab a lot. And for the last 6 months, I'm just getting like, dreads, a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, boombo, they turned up in Moreton Bay about 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
I knew about that, and now they're here, and they're everywhere. Doesn't matter if you're up the Alder shots or up near the boys' school TSS, they're all the way. Okay, keep out of the channels though. Keep the edge of channels and keep in the deep water, as deep as you can. Western Channel, keep it in about 10 or 12 foot of water minimum, and East Channel probably around 20 feet. Yep. Overnight's best. Yep. That's it. Okay, Stu. We got
still big flatties down here, mate. Yeah.
So around the back of the Banks wave break and also opposite Aqua Building, that area. Stu.
Yep. Yeah, over that sandbank stuff. Yep. Around Crab Island on that high tide. You want a really big tide, preferably during the day, that they can get up, right up, and feed. Yeah.
So my lure box, soft glides, very, very good lure.
Yep.
They come one comes pre-rigged and you use the rig, and the next one once it gets ripped apart a bit. But great lure.
Yep.
So give the flatties a go on that high tide in that sort of early to mid morning.
Yeah.
In the broadwater.
Yep.
Yep. I reckon this weekend there'll be heaps of tailor in the broadwater, like heaps of tailor in the seaway. There'll be big swell coming through, a bit chopped up. Might even get snapper.
Yeah. Just watch out for that swell on the North Wall if you are.
Yeah, don't go to the North Wall.
Yeah.
There's been a few kingies as well around the pipe.
Yep.
And with the slimy mackerel. I don't know if they're still there or not. Have you heard this?
I haven't heard anything for last week.
No, they were there for a month.
Yeah.
And good size too. But they're probably worth a go. Heaps of whiting around, so whiting back a wave break. If you're land-based, definitely off the foreshore at Labrador. But the trouble is you're going to have a southeaster at 35 knots right on your dial at that area.
Yeah.
So you'll need to go over the spit and fish off the area facing back towards the Aqua Building from the spit. Yeah. So you're facing west and get around the bend a little bit more where the rock wall is there and have a crack there. The whiting's still got along the edge of the rocks there too. I've got this whiting on the rocks.
Yeah.
So I know they've got rocks to play with and get caught up on, but definitely a good spot to fish though. So other than that, to get out of the wind, you'd probably have to go around Paradise Point area.
Yeah.
Yeah, try Paradise Point or Hope Island. Hope Island's good whiting too.
Yeah, the Coomera.
Yeah, Coomera's good. Yep, up that way as well. Give that a go. Okay, Stu, anything else that you want to add to that on the inshore?
That's about it.
Yep, okay. And now we're going to go to bass. Now, windy means lots of insects on the surface.
That's right.
Which means...
That's exactly right. So, Dougie, this is one of my favourite bass topwater lures, mate. I'm very happy that you've got them in.
Yeah,
they are a little bit dearer, but they're soft.
And they're the real McCoy.
Yep, that's right.
Everyone's copied that.
The wings fold when you cast it, so you still get a really good cast. They're soft. So the biggest thing is with being soft and still buoyant is when it hits the water, it sounds very natural, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a very soft landing, so it sounds like a cicada or a beetle or something like that falling out of a tree. And so I'll eat it without you even moving.
I rarely hear that noise when they hit the water.
Yeah, you know what? Old ears, mate. Old ears.
Okay, here we go. So guys, what these things do is they walk on the water, little clear wings on the side, and they walk on the top like so, like a bug. Then you stop it and let the rings dissipate. And as soon as you twitch it again, boom, they look it up at it and just grab it. Yeah. That's how it works. Also great in the back blocks, sort of Wild River, which is between sort of Whedon's Crossing and the Hinds Dam. Like in those backwaters. Coomera River, same deal. Up above the weir. Yeah. Give that a go as well. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you would add to that?
I think that's about it. Just watch out if you are going out in the boat. It's going to obviously be windy. It's going to be a bit rough.
Just don't go offshore this weekend.
Don't go offshore. Don't even look at it.
That's about it. That's about it. Good work, mate. And have a good trip and a safe trip, Stuart.
Yeah, thanks, Toby.
I want to see the photos and hear the stories next week. Or actually, might not hear. When are you back? Saturday?
Friday, yeah.
Friday?
I'll be here Saturday, yeah.
Okay. So you might not hear Stuart next week. It'll be my voice. Sorry about that. And we'll hear Stewie's stories when the next week.
My stories are real, mate. I didn't make them up. Righto. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and our Facebook channel. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.